What's going on, guys? Welcome to the drip. This is Scott. Well, I don't know. I was kind of contemplating. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go by Scott G. Scott G with the guarantee. All you need to do is follow me. That's exactly right. And in this case, actually subscribe. Okay, guys, lots of great things coming ahead. As you can tell, we're going to do some time of... This is going to be a kind of a wild, crazy... I don't know if I'd want to say scary, but this is going to be definitely entertaining. I'm glad you're here. Whatever day of the week, this is my Monday video. Usually I have a video that comes out on Monday to get our week going swell. If it's not Monday, then you know what? Make the day good. You can do it. I believe in you. So here we are. We are at the drip. This is, speaking of guarantee as well, it's 150% guarantee where 100% of the time I'll be over 50% right. That's correct. I give myself just a smidgen of leadway, guys. You know, every knife has a story. We try to dive into some portion of that. Wish you were sitting here and actually having dialogue with me. So get comfy. Let's enjoy another video together. All right, off we go. So what, first thing I want to say, I want to give a nice shout out to FreedomFrog. A lot of you guys, if you don't follow him, then definitely missing out. And most of you, my followers, or people that will watch this video probably already do follow FreedomFrog. He's got some great videos, great content. We've been friends, and I do consider a friend for quite a while. Ever since I started my channel, well, what, 4 or 5 months? Right now we're looking at August 15th of 2022. He sent me this knife. All right, this is the most, and I say this in such a loving way, this is the most ridiculous thing, as in knife, that I've ever put in my hands and wielded. That's correct, wielding this bad boy right here. So FreedomFrog Gear, I should say, is his channel. I'll try to add a link in the description for his channel. Give him a follow if you don't follow him. Just say hey. And I'm gonna, you know, this video is made possible because he sent me this knife as a gift. And I'm just ecstatic. I'd seen these before, the Espada XL, and the first time I did see it, I was just laughing because I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. This guy was putting these in his pockets and carrying 2 of these for self-defense. The thing is, though, just the sheer weight and carrying this around and his cargo pants and everything else, it was just adding the whole thing up. You guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, evaluate why you're watching this channel, because half the time I'm a damn nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. All right, moving forward here. Let's had to recoup a little bit. So, the Espada XL. Now, this particular knife, look at this. I don't even know if it all fits in my screen here. This was actually a collaboration coming up with this. It was between Andrew Demko, who you guys may or may not be familiar with Demko knives, and then Lynn Thompson, when he was actually the main man with Cold Steel. So they came up with this. Now, the knife style, everything, it's actually inspired by the classical Navaja knives of Spain. I believe that's how you pronounced it. It's Navaja. I'm just going with it. The J is probably silent. So yes, the knives of Spain. But it gives a modern twist to that in appearance, as well as the materials that go into this particular blade. So even though it's really huge, big, ridiculous looking, whatever you may categorize that, it still is designed for pocket carry. Believe it or not, something this damn absurd. Okay? So with this particular knife, I have, and they have some other versions, and I'm going to try to, I just didn't want to move my camera around. I want to give you guys kind of a good picture of the size, I mean, that we're looking at here. And we'll measure it. We'll get some measurements. So this is, they have different versions, different steels. I even think that they have an S35 steel. And things that they may use on the handles, different prices, such as that. This particular version is about $150 when I was looking online. It's AUS 10A steel. Let's see, did it say that on here? Yes. So if we look on the, I say the back side of the blade here, we see Cold Steel and then the AUS 10A here. Okay. Other side will have just the Espada. So pretty good steel. I mean, it's a cheaper steel. It's not as expensive to put into a blade. So one of the reasons they can keep this thing at $150 because it's a really good knife. I've had it about 3 or 4 days as of this point, and this being a Monday, I was outside on Sunday cutting down a bunch of boxes and limbs and stuff and brush in my backyard. So this does have, now the blade, let's measure it. Okay, so we know the blade steel. It's basically going to be a clip point. It's a plain edge, as you can see with this big aggressive dip right here. It almost reminds me a lot of like a Bowie knife. But it definitely has that pronounced clip point. And you look how it has the swedge that kind of leads down and then thickens out right before you get to the tip here on it. The rest of it's a pretty relatively thin blade, especially for the size. But this thing is a slasher. It is no way you may cut the mustard. You're not going to be pulling this out and cutting a steak at a fancy restaurant with this in your hand. So let's go here to get the measurement. So, okay, so the length on this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's basically 8 inches of blade. Cutting, you've got a little over 7 inches. So you've got about a 7 1/4 on your cutting edge that we have all the way from the tip. The handle itself, we're looking at 8 inches to a little bit over, actually 17 inches. It's about 17 1/4. It actually went off the edge of my mat here. So that's how big we're looking at. I mean, even the blade width is over 2 inches. So just a nice, big, aggressive. Let's get a weight for this. Okay. 14.8. Hello, we've got a pocket sword on our pants. We're happy to see you. Yes, this is a pocket sword. This is a large knife. Okay, so we do have the pocket clip here. This is a pocket clip, or they say it could be a belt clip. So where I guess you would slide it maybe into your pants and then have your belt go through this area here. Or you could clip it into your pocket depending how big your pocket is. Now, if you do have cargo pants, I had a cargo style like, I don't know, it was like a BDU camo cut off. So I was able to put this in the side cargo area, and it actually went all the way down to here. But I had this area hanging out at the very top because you're going to have quite a bit of meat here. If you end up, what is that, about 2 inches? Well, no, I'm sorry. From the top of the clip. Yeah, actually, from the top of the clip, you got about 2 inches it's going to hang out. So that's, you can do it left or right, tip up carry. Triad lock up here at the top. Now this little tab up here for deployment, this is actually going to be designed. It's a patented Demko thumb plate. And what you can do is snag this on your pants pocket. And so when it's down in there like this, and you go to pull it in whatever way, you're going to retrieve it. When you're pulling it up, this will snag on the corner of like where your pocket is. And so as you're pulling, it's going to flip the blade out just like that. You hear the aggressive snap on that triad lock right here. And then as you pull it out, it's deployed. And then when you're holding the handle, I know you can either grab it down here, which is very comfortable, okay, a large glove. You can hold it down here at the very bottom and look at this that you have. Okay, I'm just gonna move it across the screen. You see how much you have to be able to poke or create distance, slash somebody or Bigfoot that is actually attacking or coming towards you. This is gonna extend you, I mean, so far that in itself, it's gonna give you 17 inches plus when your hand is here and you're using this. Now you can also put your main hand up top, lock in underneath this choil area here. This is very comfortable, and you can put your opposite hand below it, kind of like a baseball grip around a bat, and you can step into and have some massive slashes with this. If you want to see what this knife can really do, the Espada XL, I encourage you to look online for videos of people actually putting these to use. This thing is some heavy duty, just shit that's going to go down if you're really wielding this into whatever the object is that you're deciding that you need to take care of. So yeah, search other videos. This is more or less an overview describing the knife, the blade to you, letting you look at it a little bit. But this is, I think everybody should own one of these. If nothing more, to have it in your collection. It's if you're really a knife lover. So anyways, the blade, very beautiful. I've shown you that. It's razor sharp when I got this. I don't know if Frog actually, I think he did sharpen it, but it is razor sharp. The triad lock, you do have a little jimping up here on the top. So as you wrap around, and this feels really comfortable in your hand like this. So you have just like a massive, nasty Bowie knife in your hand when you're holding it that high. So you push down on the back here. This is going to release the lock here. As you look how big the pin is here, the stop pin. Just massive. I think they said that it had a 600-pound weight test of this particular knife, and the lock held up. It picked up like an engine or something that they were doing in the video. I believe that's what it was. This is all a G10 handle. You do have some texturing, if you can kind of catch the texturing on the handle here. And the cutouts are good. I mean, sometimes I have a problem with knives making them too small or forcing your fingers in ways that are not comfortable. This knife is successful at putting the notches and all the contouring and everything exactly where it needs to be. Exactly. And they have this in a large or which this is the extra large, but they have it in a large version, which of course it's going to be a little bit smaller. I don't know exactly the dimensions of it, but so you could get it in 2 different sizes. And then this is a stainless steel pocket clip. Yeah. So anyways, you know, again, this is just a huge, absurd pocket sword, the Espada XL. This particular version, I think, is the most inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon as of the airing of this video, and they're around $150. Again, they have other steels and other handle choices that you can get for this, but just a really durable, mean, long piece of steel here. All right, guys. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm going to do? I've got, let's compare it real quick. I wanted to show you. This is the knife I just reviewed before this video, the SOG Ultra XR. Look at the size difference of these. I mean, isn't this crazy? This tiny little thin knife here, and then you've got this guy here. It's like, hold on, John Holmes just moved into the neighborhood. Now you're the little guy. All right, so with that being said, I've got too many knives. I got too much money and too much silliness, and look at this, moving this guy all around. Too much stuff going on. I'm buying too much stuff, and so we're going to have a giveaway. What are we at? We've been stuck around this number, I think 373 for a long time. And what I want to do is I want to get to 400. I said I was going to do my next giveaway at 500, but you know what? I've just got to do one. Let's give away this Kubi. What about that? The brand new Kubi. I did a review on this one. This is going to be the knife that I am going to give away when I hit 400 subscribers. Guys, that's less than, I think, 26 or 27. And then I'm going to set it up. I'll give you guys all the information when that time does come on how to enter for that. But let's get rid of this, and then I'll do another giveaway soon, you know, at 500. I'll just keep giving stuff away, and I've got some other good stuff too I want you guys to see. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel, not only because I'm going to be generous and give stuff to the people that are always there for me, but because you actually do like the content that I'm going to show you and talk about, so that you can kind of get a feel. So this is going to be the giveaway at when I hit 400 subscribers. All right, remember our pets, remember our vets, the little furry guys, the non-furry guys, the ones that love us, lick us, want to give us every essence of their life. And those are our pets. Take care of them, guys. Our vets, the men and women that look amazing, trying to give us our freedoms and actually keep our freedoms, you know, even today. Lots of people that have served. We want to give thanks to all those people. And other than that, I hope you have a great day. I will be coming at you again very soon before you know it. Have notifications turned on. I love you guys. You've been a part. You punched your ticket. You got on the raft. We endured. And until we meet again, hasta la vista, baby.